Hey Aquarius, this is your general read for the week of the 14th. Cards are already shuffled, and we are just going to get right on into them here. Ooh. Something might have a little unrest here. You got the ego, you have guarded, and you have home and clarity, but they are all in reverse. Now, is that a bad thing? We're going to find out in a minute. The good part about the ego in reverse, that's a good thing. The message either way is to take off the mask, take off the lies, deception, anything about yourself that's, negative when it comes down to that kind of stuff. Check out your sun, moon, rising. Virgo got a read with saying something similar to what this little part right here anyways is getting. Now, could you have been in a very guarded situation, and the message is obviously to take those guards down. Imagine the 9 of Wands in reverse. That's going through a whole lot of stuff, but actually not really letting something come through, stick. It says you're still in a bit of the fight. I don't think you're in a fight. I think you're still in a transition is what it is. And that's why home and clarity is basically one of these things that's being missed at this particular point in time. Specifically, I'm going to say home. It doesn't have to be a physical home, but I'm getting that with the bird, with the dove. Even though that is, it's typically more of a sign of peace, but really what it is a message which is letting you know where home really is. And that's what it means here. Home is where you are. The real love, the real peace within you is where home is. But this could actually be location as well. But your sun, moon, rising will give you a little bit more when it comes down to that, okay? Like, share, subscribe. All that stuff. Subscribe is totally free. It doesn't cost you anything. Yeah. Independence. You don't know where to go. New journey. You got 2. All right. I'll take them. What the hell? It's actually, like I said, it's not bad. I think it's really like a transitional thing that's actually kind of going on. The good part is, really good part is running off. And I'll jump to this because this is a really good message off the bat, right under home and clarity. Like I said, I think this is more about you than it is where you belong. You have got the Queen of Wands and the Empress, clarifying that. Like, that's a sweet way to end this off. The good part about it is that is nurturing yourself, taking care of yourself. Absolutely, okay. And the Queen of Wands, is nurturing yourself, taking care of yourself. It's forgetting about what you have to do. It is where you choose to come from and what you allow into your life, what you put energy into. As I drop these all over the place, it's what you allow into your life. Yeah, I mean, really, what's that old saying? Your life is the sum of the 5 people you spend most of your time with. Really, I think what you're doing is you're really clarifying. I think a lot of the people that you're going to be around, where you put a lot of that energy and bringing something better to you. I think this is more of like an empowering yourself. We'll see if the Strength card comes out. This is really taking your strength back. The Queen of Wands really just has no protection, okay? This is basically saying take the risk, jump into things. Calculated risk, educated risk. This doesn't mean doesn't mean sell the house and bet the farm on a horse or something else like that, okay? So with the ego, you got the 9 of Coins in reverse, and you have the Page of Wands in reverse. There's something you do want to start, which is really taking your old power back. It's weird because right on the guard, then you have the Fool in reverse, and you have the 10 of Swords in reverse, and you have the Knight of Coins in reverse. Wow. I think you are sick of nothing happening. That's really what it is. The Page of Swords, I think this might have had no contact with somebody, very possible, but I'm trying to see how diagonally you go from the Page of Wands right to the Queen of Wands. I think you have been through it a lot where your magic, your independence, your personal power, it's been sort of shattered a little bit, or something's just been very unstable. It doesn't have to be that dramatic, but you're evolving to the Queen of Wands, saying enough, like really. With the whole Page of Swords, I think there's somebody or some people or situations you're just not going there anymore. And hey, know where your boundaries are when it comes to things. I just think it has you in a pretty uneasy situation because it's not where you want to be. Like, who would want to do that? But there's times in life, I get it, where sometimes we need to just not feed something anymore. And it's just a healthier thing for us to do. And I think that's what's coming out here, because you go straight from the Queen for the 9 of Coins. Did I say Queen? 9 of Coins, and then you go to the Page. In order to really keep this nice and strong, your independence of where you go, it's making sure some of the conversations you have, boom, because right underneath that, under the guard, you have the Page in reverse, and then the 10 of Swords and the Knight of Coins. It's done. It's over with. Whatever was unsettled to you, you just are not feeding that in any way. It is absolutely over. This says there's nothing more to do. You're not going there. Something more needs to happen, though, to make this move on, meaning you move on. I don't think it's about anybody else moving on. It's about you moving on and what you maybe need to drop. This would almost be like, okay, I need to get out of here. I can't stay in this place anymore. How much stuff am I going to leave behind? Am I just going to take what fits in my car and go? How much am I sacrificing? And sometimes we do need to make that sacrifice. I'm not saying you need to do that, and I hope you don't. Because you go from the queen, the 9 of coins. Why do I keep saying queen of coins? I think obviously there's a nurturing you need to do for yourself and be resourceful. Because I keep saying that, even though I know that's not. What I'm really seeing with this is the ego part of this that's being dropped is how much you're judging yourself. I think it's like, wow, that means I got to lose. Why do I have to lose? I have to do this. I have to do this. And somebody else gets away with whatever. I think really it's this concept of forgetting about what it is you think you are losing because you're not. And it's just freeing yourself and doing the right thing. And I get the vibe. Believe me, I get the vibe. Where I'm living now, I mean, I actually did do whatever would only fit in my car. And it totally transformed. But I'll tell you, man, spirit favors the bold that way. Like, what did I just say to you? 8 of Cups. Move on. Walk away. Walk away. I'm not saying give up everything. I'm totally not saying that. And nobody could give you that advice. I certainly cannot give you that advice. You know, a good trusted friend you know could. Yeah, you're afraid of the unknown. You're afraid of what it actually means to you. It's going to totally change your world. It absolutely is. It's literally going to be like that concept of dropping everything. The moon is unseen. Do not get distracted by all the things that you cannot see. Don't get distracted by the things that you cannot predict. Okay. Absolutely. It's with the home and clarity. Like I said, it's the peace within. When this is taken care of, you know what it is you need to do. Boom, you got it. You got it. Like you are free. Okay. Let's get down to the Empress. I just wanted to get down to the good stuff after this. Lovers. Yeah. It's a decision I don't think might be too in reverse. It's a decision you need to make. It may literally be about leaving some people behind. It is very possible. The Gemini energy. But it's in reverse, which says the decision you are unwilling to make. I think your focus is on what you're leaving behind, as opposed to what it is you're gaining. So the focus needs to be what is truly peace for you, as opposed to what it is you're losing. That's the real message when it comes down. This is one, and then you got the Wheel of Fortune, boom, but it's right side up. It not really specifically that embellishes what I just said. It is putting yourself first. Don't be stuck on the wheel going one direction or the next. Put yourself first, because that's the you center, okay? Rather than being transformed by this thing, and this thing, okay? The wheel is always turning. It's where you are on the wheel as to where that's going to take you. The Queen over here. Ace of Cups in reverse, though. Yep. With the part that is keeping you back is matters of the heart. Absolutely. It is what is the fear of things. It's the wounded heart. Fearing what it is you're leaving behind. I did all this and I have to kind of go over here. I get it. Like, think about what I just said to you. I left everything to be sort of in the area, shall we say, that I am now. And now, it's the concept of, okay, move again. Well, I got to do this again. Like, whatever. Boom. Yeah, man. Yeah. And I am. So all good. Hierophant in reverse. Hierophant in reverse, and with the Ace of Cups in reverse. I think what it is, there's some things you've been unwilling to learn. It's telling you need to commit. To go the direction you want to go, to get what you want to get, you need to commit. You got to dive in all the way. Okay, you have to put yourself into it. Boom, and that's the only way you're going to win. It's this whole 10 of Swords in reverse, Page of Cups. Definitely, there's some communication here. Something that I think was much beneath your morals, and that is what you're leaving behind. Okay, so if you think about that. Ace of Cups is what you're worried about leaving behind. What you're really leaving behind is a Page of Cups. You see that message? It's not what you see it is. It's kind of like when we break up with somebody or something. What we get stuck on and fixated on is, oh, but I did all this and I gave all this, but they were the one, and everything else. You grieve who they are, grieve what it is that you're losing, which if they were the one, they'd be with you. Okay, if they were the one for you, they'd be with you. So what ends up happening is the grieving is for the perception of what it should have been, even though it's not. So it's putting something into its proper place in your life of what it really is and what it's really meant to be, as opposed to what it is that you need it to be or perceive and wanted it to be. That doesn't change the emotional side of it. I get it. Like, we've all been there, man. It doesn't change the emotional grief or the hurt or the reality that it absolutely maybe freaking sucks. Grieve it, but grieve the reality of it and put it into a place of what it actually is, not with hatred, but with the peace and truly accepting the reality of a situation, instead of comparing it to the situation that you actually want it to be. Okay? All right. It's a bigger message for a life situation that you're in, but the good part is it looks like you're getting it. Okay? Quick result. It looks like you're actually getting it. You got 2 of them here. 2 of Wands and the 9 of Coins. Beautiful. You're going to make a decision. You're going to master that independence. Okay, you're going to get it. That's that beautiful independence. The 9 of coins up here again, twice. So really, that beautiful independence. It's a choice to focus on you, and that's the power that you. So really, I think you're going to do it. And with the whole 2 of Wands, it is not, a different decision. It's a different way of going about it, a different way of looking at it, and it's looking at you. You are the one in the center. You're the one who's going to win. So this really says that you are going to come out on top, and that's a beautiful thing. So I think you're going to get this. I think you do get it. I think you're getting it, and you're going to have it. And the good part is you're going to have you. I think that's the real win in the situation. Any comments you want to leave below? Any questions about anything else when it comes to relationships, especially stuff like this? Let me know. That's the stuff I'll be talking about in the videos here. Either way, take care.